Howdy do, buckaroos. How the heck are you? Well, happy National Repeal of Prohibition Day. However the accurate way would be to say that. Aren't you glad we can all drink again? Just think what this country would be like without having alcohol. It'd be an awful place to be. You'd have to listen to Donald Trump Stone Cold Sober, and who needs that? Hey, so I've got some... See what I did there? So I've got some Larceny bourbon from Johnny Fitzgerald, 92 proof. 92 proof. I haven't had a drink yet today, believe it or not. 92 proof, man. Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, very special small batch. This is a wheated bourbon, which means it uses wheat as a secondary grain. Bourbon must be 51% corn, or a minimum of 51% corn, I should say. And I'm also doing my thing, which it's starting to get winter time out there, man. I've got a Mother's Milk Imperial Stout, 11%. You're in for a treat with this one, brewed with cocoa nibs and raisins, and then lovingly aged in rum, sherry, bourbon, brandy, and whiskey barrels. So aged in 5 different spirits barrels, brewed with cocoa nibs and raisins. It really gives it just an incredible flavor. This is actually last year's I'm drinking. It ran about $15 for the 4-pack. I'm looking forward to it coming out again. Excuse me, I forgot to clean my glasses before I started. Pardon me. Ran about $15 for the 4-pack, and I did have to stand in line. And it is an actual craft beer. It's not a macro masquerading as a craft beer. The aromas on this are spectacular, I gotta tell you. I just love this beer. Now, it's not, that other one that I was making fun of, it's Imperial Stout, aged in bourbon barrels. They do other variations of. This is just a great beer all around. To me, it's more nuanced. It's also more complex than that beer or any variations that I have had in the past. Although I will come clean and say I didn't buy this year's. In fact, I only bought last year's because a friend held a bottle for me. Because there's no way I was going to stand in line for that overhyped beer. The aromas on this are spectacular. I don't mind this one sitting out for a while. It really is probably best, I don't know, maybe 50, 55. Beautiful. As it is, right now, I really do feel those raisins on the nose. I can't feel the cocoa, but it's more the cocoa nibs, but it's more subtle. That raisin is really dominant on the nose at the moment. And I did pour me exactly 1 ounce of that Larceny bourbon using my Jack Daniel's single barrel glass, which is perfect for neat bourbon. The aromas on this is nice. This what I liked about this, well, I've had this bourbon before and I'm a fan. It typically runs about $30 a bottle, but I found a store that had it on sale for $21.96. So a 92 proof wheated bourbon for only $22. By golly, that's a bargain, in my opinion. I don't know if you can hear the music in the background. I got my fake fire going. Because I like the backdrop, man. You can tell it's fake because you can see my ceiling fan. I try to position my head there so I cover that so you don't see the ceiling fan. But you can tell it's not real, man. I'm not trying to pull the wool over your eyes. I just like the festive backgrounds when I can set them up. I found some different ones this year, so I'm going to kind of play around with doing. But I'm having the hardest time, though, just getting the angle right on the camera, either if I'm using my phone or the computer, the webcam on the computer. I just can't get that angle quite right. But I'll keep monkeying with it throughout the next few weeks anyway. I hope everybody isn't panicking too much, getting ready for Christmas. Everybody wants to spend money and buy those big Christmas gifts. Just remember, that's not what Christmas is about. Don't let the real meaning of Christmas get lost in trying to find that gift or standing in line or being mean to someone, It's not Christian-like to tell people... remember the meaning of Christmas while you're being mean to someone in line because you're trying to get something first, You can't have it both ways, man. Don't be a hypocrite. The stuff isn't important, man. It's being with your family that's important. One horse open sleigh, oh, the fields we go. Here we go. I always wanted to be a lounge singer, man. I always wanted to wear. You remember that Bill Murray character he did in the old Saturday Night Live? That's who I want to be, man. That is who I aspire to be. I want to wear a cheesy powder blue suit with ruffles and sing sing lounge tunes slightly off key. That is my goal, man. If I ever hit the lottery, I'm going to buy me a club just so I can do that. Walk around in a powder blue suit and be cheesy. Ah, that is my perfect life, man. Jingle bells, jingle bells. See, that's how he'd sing them, you know. He'd always accent certain, you know. You got to look up that old character. It was great. I can't remember the actual name of the character if there was one. I just remember the Bill Murray in the cheesy powder blue suit. Anyways, I digress. Hey, I hope you all are doing okay out there. It is starting to chill down. You know, and I really despise the wintertime. I like nothing about it except for Christmas time and except for the big beers that come out this time of year. I just am a fan of big barrel-aged anything, but Imperial Stout specifically like this one is. I had one the other day. It was the Four-Hand Psycho Killer, which is actually a Belgian-style triple aged in rye whiskey barrels. And that thing was beyond gorgeous. I'm just a fan of anything tossed in a whiskey barrel. I don't care what the style started out as, and I don't care what whiskey barrel you're using. Use bourbon, use rum, use Irish, use Scotch. It really makes me no never mind. Use rum, use brandy, use sherry, use anything, man. Just put some additional alcohol on her. Boy, I am in. I am all in. So there you go. Love this fake fireplace, don't you? I like this one. Reminds me of the fireplace I had in the house when I was a kid, you know. Sometimes Dad, not often, but every once in a while, Pop would turn the TV off. We'd put the radio on, very light in the background, and we'd stare at the fire, man. I just love doing that. It soothes me. My wife makes fun of me because I'll put these channels on when she's not around or if she goes outside for a second. Or she'll go shopping, she'll come home and I got this on because I just leave it on in the background while I'm doing something else. If I'm working in the kitchen or messing around on the computer, I got the fireplace and the music. So, hey, I'm glad you all can drink. I'm glad I can drink. We'd all be a more peaceful place if we legalized marijuana now. Everybody would just chill the heck out, quit wanting to blow everything up and kill everybody. Get us out of a few wars that we shouldn't have been in the first place. Everybody just needs to take a chill pill, man. That's what that's what Dr. Beer Whisperer prescribes. Take a chill frickin' pill. Pop a beer, smoke a joint. It makes me no never mind. Just relax. I'm Dr. Beer Whisperer, and I approve this message. I hope the FBI doesn't come knocking on my door.